and thank you for joining us today for the launch of the TPS Mobile App. It's no secret that at least 80% of Canadians are connected through mobile devices. Most adults use a cell phone in some way, even if it's just to stay in touch. We all know that mobile internet usage is starting to pass traditional internet usage on computers. In Toronto, at least, we're a mobile-first society, and we are undoubtedly the most connected city in Canada. 5 years ago, the Toronto Police Service launched our social media strategy, a company called MobilePD, who we'll hear from shortly, and the development of the TPS app. With all of the intricacies of the app itself, I will talk to them in a few minutes, but first I would like to have a few words from Chief Mark Saunders, and what better way to hear an announcement from the Chief than through the app itself.
I'm Chief Mark Saunders, and this is the Toronto Police Service's mobile app. The Toronto Police Service is committed to leveraging technology to keep you, the community, engaged and connected. This app has many functions that will assist the public in connecting with the Toronto Police Service. The app will allow us to send out community safety alerts to you, keeping you informed of major issues, missing persons, and other important information. It will provide you information that you may need about crimes, collisions, safety tips, our divisions, and the members who are working in your neighborhoods. The app also keeps you informed with access to our news releases, photos and videos, with links to our social media feeds on Facebook and Twitter. You can enter a police report from the app to start an investigation for both a criminal matter and also to report local neighborhood issues and driving complaints. The Toronto Police Service would like to hear from you. We need you to report incidents so that we can respond and keep your neighborhood safe. Thank you for downloading our mobile app. Please keep in mind that...
Okay, so as far as the app's concerned, the features on the app, and what the Chief was going to say is please keep in mind that this is our first release. Updates to follow, and as the technology presents itself, we'll be adding additional features. The features that we have for now, first one of the most important ones are community safety alerts, one of which we loaded this morning. We have the ability through the Operations Center to put out community safety alerts as a push notification whenever there is a major event in the city, much like you can do on Twitter. This one will be directly to app users, and for an event like the one that happened early this morning, obviously community safety alerts would go out through the app. The next button is the police stations. This will allow members of the public, visitors to Toronto, victims of crime, witnesses, to find out how they can get to their local police station or the one that they're closest to. Ritesh, if we just pop on one of them. So we know that it's 31 Division. It'll give us the address, and then if you click on the just down here, it will give you directions, go ahead, on how to get to signal in here is not the greatest, but nonetheless, it'll give you directions on how to get to 31 Division in text and by map. The next box, which is going to help things on our highways, is information what to do when you're involved in a collision. It gives you the nearest collision reporting centers, much the same way the police stations did, and then it gives you a collision checklist to the point where you'll know, is this one where I have to remain on scene? Can I go to a collision center? What information do I need to exchange? All very detailed on what you need to do if you're involved in a collision. The virtual police officer deals directly with victims and witnesses to crime. And Ritesh, just pick any one of them. If you'll pick any one of them, question, my home and business has been broken into, what should I do? These are common questions that we get all the time, whether it's through communications or at the police stations. If you click on that tab, it'll tell you what you're supposed to do. As you can see, click on any one of them. The information is light gray. We made every effort to ensure that a lot of the information is available even if the app is offline, especially for victims of crime who may be in a room such as this where the signal isn't the greatest, or walking around somewhere. If they have an iPad, for example, it doesn't have a cell signal, it only has Wi-Fi, you'll still be able to get this information once the app is downloaded. So a lot of the information is available even when the app is offline. If you can go back, Ritesh. Safety tips, simply all the information that we have available to us in the Toronto Police Service through our intranet, through all the various squads throughout the city. Just pick one, Ritesh, any one of them. And it's safety tips for people that want to know what they can do when it comes to bicycle registration, probably one of the more serious, by numbers, thefts that we have at any given time in the city. Next one, Ritesh. Our neighborhood officers. This is one that we're seeing as having a great deal of potential. The neighborhoods are, if you open up the map a little bit, are clearly mapped out. Remember, the public living in that area can click on that particular area, and if they want to contact directly to the neighborhood officer, it'll tell you who they are. You hit their email address, and you can send an email directly to your neighborhood officer, which will be followed up when available. These neighborhood officers don't work 24/7, but they can send, and we're not suggesting that this replaces a call to 911. This is simply for somebody that wants to pass on information for crime or other events happening in their neighborhood right directly to the neighborhood officer. Those icons, by the way, are not like the station's GPS connected. It's just the area that the officer polices. It doesn't tell you exactly where the officer is. Filing report. I believe this will not only bring some additional victims forward, but it'll make things a lot easier. There's a disclaimer, and then there's a series of offense categories that you can file the report directly online. Rather than calling the police and waiting for a car to come or calling and waiting for an officer to call back, you can file the report directly online through our Prime unit, and you'll get an email back indicating that the crime has been reported, and you'll be given a file number, and it'll be followed up. The traffic complaint is identical. You can file a traffic complaint of somebody speeding on your street, running a stop sign, road rage, whatever the case might be. It can all be filed through that app. Feedback, and again, it takes you to the website of the OIPRD, and you can file a complaint through the OIPRD's website using their process. It's important to note here that this is not within our app. You're taken out of the app over to the OIPRD website, so we don't have access to any of the information whatsoever. Our news feeds are the news feeds that come out through the corporate communications from our internet. If we go to our news releases, see the most recent one was a missing boy, arrest and series of bank robberies, etc. And those, if you click on the news release, it'll actually take you right to the news release. Go ahead, Ritesh. And there we go. Same with the videos. It takes you to the TPS videos that have been released through the website, and that will include news videos, but it could also include suspect videos, whatever gets put up on the videos feed channel from the TPS website. Photos, it's the same type of information. It's from the TPS website, now mobile enabled, so people can see it on their smartphones. Joining the TPS, we're always looking for a few good folks. Whether it's, if you can click on that, Ritesh, please, whether it's for uniform, civilian careers, people that want to volunteer. We have lots of volunteer opportunities, including our victim services unit, as well as auxiliary police officers. Through the Twitter feeds of the various units from the Toronto Police itself, the Operations Center, Homicide, etc., so people can actually follow the Twitter feeds through the app without having to be logged into Twitter at the time. It gets repeated right onto the app. City resources, this will certainly help folks that want to know what to do about a neighbor complaint, garbage pickup, trees that have fallen, all of the things that the city, you'd be surprised how many phone calls we get in the aftermath of a storm, and it's great, but it clogs up our communication systems, and if we can direct people to the app where they can get the information that they need, then it makes us a lot more efficient in the way we conduct our business. And finally, Crime Stoppers. If people want to contact Crime Stoppers to leave information about suspects or find out information from Crime Stoppers on who might be wanted, once again, it takes you off of the app and takes you to the Crime Stoppers app. Once again, we do not record any of that information at all. It takes you directly to the Crime Stoppers app and off of our app. So the development of the app itself, I had a very, very strong team working with me, starting off with Ritesh Kotek, who was a program manager, Lori McCann, Clint Stibbe, Sherry McKay, who can't be here, all working together to get it, even when officers aren't available, whether it's their days off or whatever, there's a lot of information on there about services that are available to victims and witnesses of crime. It gives the public an opportunity to report crime when it's convenient. We all know there's an awful lot of underreported crime, especially nuisance crimes. Seem to be small stuff, but little thefts in an area lead to break and enters. It's one step to the next. So if they have that opportunity to report something when it's convenient from their smartphone, we're hoping and expecting that that will increase. Even to submit tips to us. And on the Contact Us page on the front, Ritesh, if you go back to the Contact Us page, support and feedback, you can send emails directly to the Operations Center. So if there's information that you feel needs to get into us by way of a photograph or an email that you can't send to 911, you can't send to search for suspects and or gather other witnesses to a crime. It's important to note that this is our first release. We expect many more releases. We expect a lot more information to be made available through the app. And we also expect to add further features that'll keep us, the Toronto Police Service, more connected with the city that we serve. The links to download the app are now available. They've been put out on the Toronto Police Twitter account, and they're also available in the Apple Store and the Google Play Store. It's important to note when you're going on in the Apple Store, you have to specify it's for the iPhone option if you're downloading onto an iPad. I'd like to introduce Mr. Kushar Kasri from MobilePD to say a few words about the involvement that he's had. Thank you.
Thank you, Superintendent Hugh Ferguson. Good morning, everybody. My name is Kushar Kasri, and I am the CEO of MobilePD. I would like to start us off by thanking Chief Mark Saunders and Deputy Chief Peter Slowly for giving us the opportunity to make this happen. We've worked with many agencies all throughout Canada and the US, but working with TPS brought us a lot of new unique requirements and challenges, and that was quite exciting for us. As many of you know, TPS is the largest municipal law enforcement agency in Canada, and it's by far the largest agency we've had the chance to partner with, and that makes us incredibly excited. We've seen time and again how enhancing access to services improves public safety and transforms the relationship between the police and the citizens. And we're really looking forward to seeing that result here and continuing our partnership in the months and years ahead. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. I think it's important to note, too, that we're not their first customer. They work with several other large police agencies in both Canada and the United States. And I think every one of the ones I've seen right up to ours has gotten better and better and better, and can't wait to see what comes next. Just one more time, the app is now available for download for iOS and Android devices. We expect BlackBerry and Windows devices to follow shortly. And at this point in time, if there's any questions, fire away.
Does anybody still want pictures of the app? Of the video?
Yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah? Okay. We'll get it back on.